Gang, money, glory, all the fucking same. Mama told me do it right. Working double shift for Christmas on a Friday night. Put that pressure on your conscience, it might take your life.
What is going on, all you goons and producers? Welcome back to the Producer's Pit. It's your boy, Nico Anthony. And as always, Damien's an alien to my right. And today, we've got another release special for you. Got ourselves a great guest, local rapper and producer, Rylan Oz. Welcome in, brother.
Thank you very much. This is an awesome opportunity.
No, thanks for coming in, man. We really appreciate it. Hot off a new album release, Summertime, streaming everywhere. Deluxe edition on OnlyFans. You already know.
Soon to be. Soon to be.
Yeah. My bad.
Sorry. Still in the
That was
lock.
a leak.
Oh, damn.
If there is a leak, somebody send me that link. Yeah, please.
You gonna make this album an NFT like everyone else is doing, or what?
Oof. You know what? I feel like I've had enough people like pull on that coattail to be like, I think it's time to make an NFT.
Time.
I just gotta figure out what that is.
Yeah.
First.
Exactly, bro. You're like, I like to sell it, but what is it?
Yeah.
And then also, you're also fresh off a release party for that album too, which was a really cool deal. How was that experience? Right.
That was honestly really wild. Like that was like the first time I'd done a release party for an album. I feel I'd done that like once before, but it was kind of more like, oh, you know, just in general we do this every Friday type deal. But like this release party was also like kind of special because it wasn't just inviting like, you know, like cool people. It was like inviting people who was like really kind of helped in me growing to the process of getting there, you know. So I feel like it was almost like a little bit intimate in the sense of just like, yeah, like we are collectively doing something. This is a good reminder to like be like, let's keep elevating the tribe. You know what I'm saying?
You know, no, you definitely had some friends of the show there, people we've interviewed in the past. So that was cool to see all the homies again. I think it was your videographer came up to me. He's like, "Hey, I like your show, man." I was like, I was caught off guard, bro. I'm like, "Oh, bro, I meant the world to us, you know, hearing that." So that was dope.
That is
But it was cool to meet him. Cool to see you doing your thing, you know, and that's why we're here, ultimately today.
Heck yeah.
Talk all about that release. But before we get into it, we always gotta do song of the week, weekly song recommendations. You know, we give you a general recommendation. We do a local pick, and you already know, Damien, what do you got for us this week?
All right, so I'm going to hit you with a little bit of lo-fi because we just went through finals week. I've been listening to nothing but lo-fi. Go ahead and go listen to Proud of You by Alex, all spaced, A-L-E-X. They're all spaced characters, but do make some fire lo-fi music. I mean, some of my favorite ones. I just kind of put it on, relax, sit and study, do homework or whatever it is. And then for my local choice, I'm going to give it to Two Man Embassy 4 a.m. Absolute banger. So that's all for me.
I'm about to say lo-fi vibe this week.
Yeah.
Shout out 2 Man waiting for the next weather report, boys. Rylan, we're gonna put you on the spot. What you been listening to this week?
What have I been listening to this week? Let's see. So I always keep 2 CDs in my CD-ROM. Whenever I hop in the car, it's either Hiatus Coyote, Choose Your Weapon, or To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar. Always in the CD-ROM. And if it's not playing those two, then I'm playing the homies or my music. You know what I'm saying? Just out of principle.
Any local stuff you want to recommend here while you're here?
I mean, that new, okay, I'm going to have to give it to, that new Roach King album is crazy. That fool went crazy on that one. That fool fed. I mean, no fool, you know, take out the fool, that's that Albuquerque. But like, yeah. Yo, if you get the chance, check out My Mind is a Garden by Roach King. Just chill, garden your mind and garden your actual garden if you have one. If you don't, get a garden and listen to My Mind is a Garden by Roach King.
What if I don't got no dirt to garden, you know?
Well, I mean, if you talk to Roach King, he's really cool. He'll probably help you out with
something.
something. I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
It's all good. We're all about talking about local talent, you know, put on for the city.
Yeah. Big facts.
Well, those are some good recommendations. I mean, we got some new local that we need to listen to now, and some classics, bro. Can't go wrong with Kendrick.
Oh, no.
Anyways, for myself, I'll put Street Fever on this playlist again because their 2020 EP, I think it's called Gold Blood, really did something different for me. You know, I never thought dark techno and rap would go well together, but the guy that they have rapping on my recommendation is, what's the song called? Animal. Animal by Street Fever is my recommendation. The guy, I don't have the feature in the title, which is whack, because whoever the dude that was rapping on it is killed it. So I never thought this was a crossover I needed, but goddamn, it's so good. Local wise, I was a bit caught off guard with this one. I came across it, you know, scrolling through the show's Instagram page. Entropy by .com Job. That's a real good, I say, punk rock band. Really kind of go into the style of the 90s. And, you know, Elena, man, such a good singer. Kind of reminds me of, like, a variant of the Cranberries singer. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I got to meet Elena during her time at Ancora. She was real cool, but I didn't know she could sing like that. So, and the band backing her, man, they drive it along. It all syncs together well. So, Entropy by .com Job. Well done, guys. And yeah, that's about it for recommendations. Not too much news. I mean, we've kind of been away for a sec. Finals week. Yeah. Hope y'all pass for all you students out there watching. And yeah, anyways, we'll get to talking to Rylan Oz about his new album in a sec. But first, we gotta take a break.
But I got this clear with the Vato. I broke those mirrors when I blanco, and they won't be here when I black out. I don't drop no tear, there's a background, but I come out the drip like goddamn. If I fight my fit, no Adidas. You can swipe too quick like a visa.
I'm Rylan Oz, and you're watching Albuquerque Public Access.
Under the eye for the piece, but the page of the king say blood on the street. My bros paint that pastel landscape any day, but it ain't blood on the street. Tell me I can pay that peso of every day, any day, but it ain't. Run it back, don't trip, don't ask, don't low. Run it back, don't trip, don't ask, don't low. Run it back, don't trip, don't ask, don't low.
And we are back. Welcome back to this episode of the Producer's Pit. We're here with local Albuquerque rapper and producer Rylan Oz. So, yeah. Fresh off the new album, Summertime, but before we really talk about all that, let's start with the basics. What got you started with music in the first place?
If you ask me, some stuff that I couldn't explain. Deeper than I could explain. But if I wanted to bring it on a cuddly level, then I'd say one moment when I was living in Rio Rancho with my mom, and we had a roommate that played guitar, and he would play guitar out back, and one day I woke up and I was like, what in the world is that sound? Why is, like, today not feel dreadful? I walked outside, I saw him playing the guitar, I was like, you gotta teach me how to do that, man. He was like, oh, yeah, for sure. Ever since then, I mean, to be honest, I played it for 2 weeks and dropped it for a year. No cap. But then I came to a point where it's like, all right, I can't resist it. You know what I'm saying? That's the shawty that I need to go back to for sure. And so I married her, and we've been living happily ever after ever since.
And whole ass love story.
Yeah.
So you started with guitar. What kind of got you into starting making rap music then?
Wow, that's so funny because that's something that I actually almost told myself I shouldn't do. I told myself you're not a rapper, especially just with the upbringing I kind of had. My perception on rap was very I don't want anything to do with that stuff. But then I came to a point, especially where my homies was listening to something. My mom used to love listening to Tupac or whatever. So I would bump Tupac. My homie put me on Eminem, got into 50 Cent, G-Unit, you get all into that Lil Wayne, that whole era. And I feel like I was just listening to them. I would memorize all these verses all the time, just rapping them. I'd be like, oh, it's so dope. I wish I wasn't so corny. Like, that was like my thing. Like, I was just like, I'm not that. No, I come through with a guitar and a beanie and a drug rug. You know, like, yeah, but it was literally one day, there were two other local artists, R.A.I.D and R.A.I.D, who were out here. We started together. It was one night, because I was producing EDM beats and stuff, and he was all like, we'd all make music, right? But we all listened to rap, didn't do rap. One night, homie was like, yo, like, let's make a rap track. And I was like, you know, true. We did it, froze it, we were like, whoa, that feels different, hits different. This was it. It was like the kind of thing that every time we did it after that, it only was just like a better feeling, you know?
So you just kind of kept rolling with it. I mean, I figured you didn't want to be that guy who was playing Wonderwall in the corner at the party.
And it's not that guy's a bad person.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not. It's love. It's love. Yeah.
But that wasn't the life for you.
No. That's like, you know. It's like you don't. I quit working at a barbecue because why would I want to work at a barbecue when I spend all night at a studio? You know, this doesn't make sense. And it's just like, so just time to pursue, time to lay down the chips and hustle. Yeah, it's hard, but it's not harder. I'm not gonna say it's harder because I'm like fulfilled, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk a bit about your musical influences. Who's really kind of helped you develop your, you know, flow and your rap style? I mean, is there any artists you really kind of looked up to and tried to, you know, take elements of add to your own kind of style? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like a lot of it just like, and so sometimes when I'm rapping, it's weird. It feels like a lot of like personalities, you know what I'm saying? It feels like a lot of characters. And I feel like different energies that I relate to coming to those characters. And it's how I feel like the sound sounds good, because it's almost this bit of nostalgia of like, I remember that feeling, you know what I'm saying? But like, man, top 3 lyricists, I'm gonna say Earl Sweatshirt, Kendrick Lamar, always got the CD in the car, you know, and my boy R.A.I.D, I don't know why his lyrics hit me, but that fool flips patty cake. Yeah, crazy lyricist. When it comes to like music in general, one of the first bands I was into was Linkin Park, which is like kind of off. I was in a lot of bands before I started doing hip hop. I was doing a lot of metal stuff. Slipknot, for shows. Shout out Corey Taylor, man. Yeah, and then, you know, the slew of everything else and a little bit of Ed Sheeran.
just a little bit.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of bit of Ed Sheeran. Cap.
I wouldn't have guessed that one. I'm gonna be real with you. If I were to guess who your influences were just based off of listening to your stuff.
Gotta be honest. You gotta be real.
Hey, man, our music tastes are all over the place when we're out here, so you know.
Let's go.
Hey, we don't judge.
Oh, yeah. I actually, hold up. I gotta put Sada Baby is going lit right now. Man, every time I've heard a Sada Baby track, I'm just still impressed.
Yeah.
Let's go, Sada Baby.
Well, let's get on to talking about your new album here. You know, were there any influences or experiences that really kind of helped drive this project?
Yeah, absolutely. This was like, I feel like my brain was subconsciously trying to sort out what this project was gonna be for the longest time. But I took a lot of time because I had a slew of songs that I just worked on. And I was like, but I want it to cohesively make sense. But all these songs individually made sense, but how could I glue them together? Like, what's the glue that puts it all together? And I just saw this. that's all I can say. I saw that album cover in my head. I seen that and I knew, I was like, that will make it all make sense. Like, I added a song after that just to be like, all right, this is the cherry on top, you know, fit it all in. But that album cover was like, really, I feel like crucial I feel like if I were to just like do some weird cartoon stuff, it wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying, solidified in that sense of like, yo, this isn't just like ribbity rapperoo, us changing whips, all that big summertime. Like this is like something that's like, yo, let's stop for a second and think about everything that's going on, because this is chaos. This is absolute chaos. But this is like, I guess like somber chaos. I don't know what else to call it, but it's wild out here. So I was like, yeah, like, well, but it feels somber. So I was like, all right, let's have the Barbie doll. You know, that was it. Like that whole picture was like it, the Barbie doll, but it had to be the American Barbie doll. You know, it had to be proud stripes and liberty, like, and then the flames was like perfect. And originally I was actually gonna have her like burnt up, but then the boy caught that photo, and I looked at that and I was like, that is perfect. That literally, because I mean, to me, I just feel like I can get so many different perspectives and perceptions on what that even means. Yeah. So like that album cover, first of all, was like really like, I guess a big part of it. And a lot of it had to do, you know what, it's hard to explain. It's something that I definitely would say you have to listen to in order to kind of like feel it out and dissect. You know, it's a lot to explain, but I feel like the easiest way to break down different perspectives in the same party. I feel like there's one party going on and it's lit, but each song you're getting a different perception on what that party is, or where you are in that party, what piece you're playing in that party. And through each song you just find each personality is very spastic. Each song is like not necessarily like, oh, you know, co-aligned. Even some of them have the same tempos type, but like they all definitely zone into their own, place. I don't know what else to call it. Yeah. So it's wild. It's wild. Definitely give it a play. And like, I guess if anything was like a quotable on the side, it's drink water. It's better than drugs. And check on your friends. And yeah, elevate your tribe. Always keep your vibration high. For sure.
No, definitely. Those are, I mean, I really think, you know, I very much agree. You're going to have to listen to it to really kind of, you know, understand the vibe that you're going for, I guess, you know. And so, you know, there's definitely some differences in, you know, with the first part of the album compared to like the back half, you know. I mean, you kind of group the vibe together, but it kind of all, you know, goes along its own wave. So, but, you know, that added context really kind of does help you, you know, help us kind of realize what you were going for, you know. And so that's always what's cool about, you know, like doing this show especially. But let's talk a bit about the production side, you know. What went into that? I mean, who'd you work with, or did you do this all yourself? I mean.
Wow, yeah, that one, let me think about this real quick. Sometimes, especially I've been working a lot with a lot of different artists recently, so I gotta think. No, I believe all of that was solo production. Each beat was, I don't know, it was just a pocket, it was like a vibe. But here's the thing, I'm a very conceptual artist in a sense where like, sometimes, this is gonna sound kind of weird, especially coming from a music artist, but sometimes the idea is more important than like the sound. Sometimes like just to get the idea across, I'll do some really weird things in a song that might not make sense in a formatted way. Yeah. But like, in order to like pull out the feeling that I wanna see come to life, kind of have to get abstract sometimes. But so a lot of these beats did a lot of different stuff. Homie hooked me up with this MIDI board that does wild things. And I got to make some wild sounds with that. That's for sure. If you hear Ascension, that little whistle goes wild.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So what about, were there any aspects of previous songs that, previous music that you put out that helped kind of either enhance or, change how you approached this album?
You know what? I would say yes. Because I had a few different kinds of EPs planned, which was interesting. And all of those songs were actually on one of those EPs. But I remember hearing, it was like the first song on the album with the second song. And I was like, these two are what can create this story. And then just the rest of them I just grabbed from the other EPs, because I'm like, instead of having 7 EPs, why don't I just grab all the best songs and put them on one and tell like a more cohesive and, what's the word, conducive story, I guess. But like, one of them, the second track, is one I actually wrote that one back in 2018, and I had sat on that one for a long time. As a matter of fact, I told myself, I remember I was in the car when I showed some homies, and I was like, if I don't drop this winter, it's not coming out. And they were like, drop it this winter, and I was like, all right, I will. Didn't drop it that winter. I was like, all right, the song's not coming out. Waited for long enough, and all of a sudden, all these other tracks, I was like, I need to start looking through songs. What do I even got in here? Like, I know there's something. And then I found that one, and I was like, yo, yes. So yeah, it's weird. It's like, it's this, especially making just like coming up with like EPs and stuff and albums after accumulating like a body of work to work with. It's almost like, sometimes like I'll have certain projects like this project is not moving. This is in the lock and waiting until it's ready to go. But I got certain things where I'm like, okay, let's see what's in the big bag. Let's see what we can make here. Oh, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize that. So yeah, it's almost just like a link thing. It feels like, it's like, when you pull apart old Bionicles, like, how Bionicles have like a thing. You pull them apart, put the, mix up the different sets, and you get the ultimate Bionicle. Yeah, that's what that was.
That's the best way to put it. So Summertime is the ultimate Bionicle.
Yes, big summertime.
Rylan Oz's music. I love it. That's a great marketing phrase.
ULT Bionic.
Oh my God. That's God too. Well, speaking of past projects, though, you had a really cool music video that you did with R.A.I.D Records, and that song was, real cool too. You had like Kid Plastic on there. You had, I forgot who the other artist was, but all three of you guys did, amazing on that. So tell us a bit about how that
Jasper.
experience, working with R.A.I.D was, from making the song to filming the music video.
To be honest, I was like passed out half the time. I was like, I'm not even joking, and I didn't want to be, because every time I showed up, I'll be like, oh, I'm ready, fresh out the studio, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, once I got there, it was like 5 in the morning, he's like, everybody ready for Hey Mez? I'm like, yeah. Done skis, I was so done skis. It was so fun though, I had so much fun. I had so much fun for the amount of consciousness that I did have. But it was, oh man, going to the hot springs, meeting all those people, you know what I'm saying? And that song too, just like I feel like the energy in that song like created like, there was babies made that day type stuff. And it's real. There was some synergy, there was some powerful, lovey-dovey vibes going on, and I feel like that was a really nice video to do. I feel like it was super, super clear, and it was super just, it didn't require too much.
Yeah.
Even though it was a lot, it didn't require too much. It was cool.
Yeah, it was very, first off, getting some shots in the wilderness in New Mexico's.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see too much. You barely see anything going on in New Mexico, except the Lady Gaga video for 911. Right. Yeah.
What?
She filmed. She filmed the music video out here.
Yeah.
What?
I forgot where though.
White Sands.
And
then,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
I wouldn't. I don't know how I would never guess too, because it's
Yeah.
like, where else are you gonna get places like that? Anyways.
Yeah. Now there's like a one like frame where some dude like rolls across with like a New Mexico flag.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
that's
wow.
about like the only hint you get that it was.
Yeah.
But I mean, outside of that, I mean, we got at least 2 music videos in the wilderness of New Mexico that we know of, and that's Lady Gaga and you guys. Hold on.
That's fire. Yes, that's fire. That was fun. That was so fun, man. That was so fun, and man, those people are just good folks, man. I really enjoyed that shit.
So before I kick it off to Damien for some music production questions, I got one last question, and that's, are all cameras made to steal your mind?
My very good sir, they are.
What about these ones? Yeah? Maybe? I mean, hey.
That one looks kind of cool.
Tell us a bit about that phrase, though. I know you got that on your merch.
So essentially, it's like a, what's the word? What's the mean? Like a, not double meaning, but it's like double, it's like vice versa of itself as well. So it's like all cameras are made to steal your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, people get sucked into the TV, like, or I wouldn't even say sucked in, but, you know, people just like watch it, you know, people, it's entertaining, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like steal, I say steal because I want people to think about it. I feel like it's one of those things that's kind of triggering. It's like, wait, is that a bad thing? You know what I'm saying? So it makes you think about things. Yeah, it makes you think about things. But it's like, really, I just mean it really just, it captures, you know what I'm saying? And that's what a camera is. It captures moments. So, but that's the other side of it, is like, it's not only capturing our minds as we watch it, but it also captures our minds to broadcast it. You know what I'm saying? So all cameras are made to steal your minds. It's kind of just like a reminder that you're real, you know, what you watch like is real type stuff. It all does make a difference into the way you think about things and play. It's not just another McDonald's meal type deal. And another McDonald's meal is not just nothing, you know, it does something to your body. So yeah. Interesting.
Awesome. I was real curious about that one when I was, you know, writing up the script for today. I was like, what does that mean? It's a cool, like, merge thing, but I'm like...
It means I can't do cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
See, it made you think.
No cameras. We're actually filming this with no cameras, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
He requested no cameras this week, so I don't know how we're filming this, but you're watching it, so...
Yeah, that's why I don't even know where to look, you know.
Yeah, there's 3 I mean, there's one up there, too. You know, no. Anyways, we'll talk a bit about some music production stuff, but first... let's take another break. We'll be right back.
Rylan Oz, you know what it is. Subscribe to the Producers Put on YouTube. Get it Big Bussin on there.
And welcome back to the Producer's Pit. We just did the first part of our interview with local rapper and producer Rylan Oz. We're here for a special release episode for his new album, Summertime. So now let's get into some questions about the music production side, presented by our resident producer, Damien's an Alien. So what do you got for him this week?
So first off, what do you think are the most crucial skills to have as a hip hop producer and artist?
You know what? The best thing. Oh man, let's see if I can find the word for this. That's tough. Is I'd say find when you produce. Making beats is like easy. Here's the thing, is when you get into producing, especially now, it's like broken down. Making beats is easy. But like, especially if you're into loops, like make loops that you could like leave on all night. And when you wake up, you don't want to turn it off. That's like, make things that are that are completely intentional. If I could tell you anything about producing, like, yeah, I could tell you go get the new drum lab or whatever, yeah, but like someone else is gonna tell you that. But like, do everything with intention, because I promise you, the product that you come out with will amaze you in comparison to kind of just letting a load off, you know. And it's important to let the load off, you know. Have that whole stack of however many beats that's the load off. But when you go to make real music, always with intention.
And do you have, what about the skills as a vocalist?
Don't let nobody tell you can't sing, first of all. So many people told me that. Man, I almost feel like they was trying to stop me. You know what I'm saying? There were a couple times where, there were a couple times like my close homies was like, bro, stop. yeah, it's not good. Like, yeah, but like, I'd say definitely like have confidence. Don't be afraid to like go into those weird areas of your voice. Because get comfortable with all those areas you are uncomfortable with. That's so important as a vocalist, because that'll open up areas for you to do all the things that you want to do. Like, there's a lot of muscles and a lot of movement and a lot of energy that goes into using your vocal cords. So, and it takes a lot of training, muscle training, you know, just to like have your brain and your muscles memorize like what positions those things were in order to like even use them correctly in a more controlled way. So I definitely say don't be afraid to experiment with your voice. Always go outside the box when you can and do your scales. Get your notation down.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Now, on the topic of that, what goes into making new melodies, and what's your process of that?
You know, that's almost difficult. I feel like when I was younger, that's weird. When I was younger, I would have a better answer, because coming to the production side, like, I started as a guitarist. That was like the start of my music stuff. It was guitar. And so I feel like I took that and kind of like bled that into a lot of different things. So I would either pick up a guitar, or the way I'd hear a melody would be like in that area. But as I started producing and stuff like that, I came to a point now where it's almost the mood. It's the mood I want, really. It's no longer like, oh, I like this sound, because it's like, okay, like I like a lot of sounds. But what am I trying to say? What am I trying to do? What's the picture I'm trying to zoom in on and explain? You know, I feel like making a place that like when you walk around it, you're seeing the same thing, but you get to see all its angles, versus like walking around something and it looks like something completely different, you know? Like in that sense of, or not even that, but like it's tangible. Like it's something that you could like walk around, but when you touch it, it's like, you know, it's not like changing shape, but you're seeing its full shape type of deal, you know?
Yeah, and in your opinion, what role does the tempo and BPM of hip-hop music right now, what role does that play? And does that make or break the continuity of a full record?
It all depends on the intention. That's what I'd have to say the most is because people will come to me with different pace songs. You know, when people are just making bops, you know, like, you know, just bops, bops.
Yeah.
Freaking, then honestly, I kind of, lately I prefer faster tempo bops. Like I've been messing with like Glock 9. But I also dig like Pooh Shiesty. I like what he's been doing recently. They got some really wild, nasty flows. But like, of course, each of them come to the flow on a different plane. They have a different personality on the beat. You get to them, and like, especially just their styles, they're instantly gonna fall into their pocket. You know, like you could feel it off the bat, and each beat you hear is like, oh, you know where that pocket is. Like, so I feel like as a rapper specifically, if you were trying to get a specific style or a wave, tempo, and BPM could be crucial to your sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Juice WRLD is somebody where a lot of his songs would have consistent tempos. But then, I could say the same about like, like Sada Baby. But then, you know, you look at someone like Kendrick Lamar, and tempos are all over the place, but the idea is very much still there. So again, I feel like it really just breaks down to like intention. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to do? And find your pocket for that. You know, if you're trying to change that within different songs, then obviously that gives you leeway. But if you got a style you're hitting, then yeah.
And we know in the hip hop scene, there's a lot of competitiveness between artists, and some people even like wish the downfall on people on their come up. Do you think that blockades art and people expressing their own art forms, or do you think that drives better forms of art in some people, and like as a motivator for them?
What's funny is I wouldn't say both, but I would say either or. It depends on the situation. It depends on, you know, how it affects the environment. And I feel like that's also something that hip-hop artists have to, I feel like good hip-hop artists take into account, because like the true hip-hop masters, MC masters that we look up to, were masters of ceremony. You know, they were able to gather the whole vibe and bring it all in, you know, be able to get people on this wave to where you could damn near say or do anything, but it's stuck up there, you know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like that's of big importance. I feel like sometimes it can get like out of hand, because I know, and honestly, I really just want to say that's like envy and jealousy, because I feel like when people are absent of things like envy and jealousy, when people let go of those things, they realize it's not all that. You know what I'm saying? It really isn't. Like, and if it is, then that person needs to go and deal with themselves, I feel like. But yeah, I feel like it's always necessary to have that little bit of push, like that's just that earn, because hip hop is always that thing where it's like strive to be like the legends. You know, that's why I see all the people I know in hip hop. You know, we all striving to be like legends, like the people that we looked up to growing up and stuff. So, yeah, like I feel like that it's very necessary. It's very necessary. You know, especially in an industry full of sharks, and I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
There's some demons in sheepskin out there, literally.
Yeah. Now, what do you think is the importance of collaboration? Speaking on the other side of that.
Collaboration. If you dissing without collabing, I don't know what that is. You ain't in the game. You ain't in the game. I don't know what you're doing. Because I feel like collab. I was actually just watching the Cole interview earlier, and he was even saying like exactly it. You know, it's like, how are you gonna feel as an artist if you like get, you know what, you let's say like even like 50 years old. You 50 years old as an artist, and you look back in your whole career, and you didn't work with anybody. You know what I'm saying? You didn't experience that. But I could tell you, like, you have one experience, like, with one person, and you make something beautiful that, like, yeah, like, then it's different, because it really is that synergy, the synergy. And I feel like a lot of, especially people who don't want to, like, plug in and, like, get involved like that, miss out on seeing and witnessing how like some of the greatest like projects are created, because I could say that all of the greatest projects in my list, in my demographic, were not one person. all of them it was a team. There were a lot of people who came together and put their faith behind that stuff. Money, faith, and anything else, literally, you know. I feel like, and I also just feel like that just speaks volumes. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you're bringing people together. Like, and that, I feel like that's just the reason. I feel like that's if you're not doing it for anything else, you know.
And on the topic of collaboration, do you have anybody that you would like to collaborate with, whether that be a dream collaboration, local collaborations, producers, guitarists, vocalists, anybody?
Oh man, the list is long. Just because this came off the top. Fly Low. I would love to collab with Flying Lotus. I would love to collab with Flying Lotus. That fool's music takes me on journeys. I don't know. Even if you look into like his whole thing too, because his family's in the music, you know what I'm saying? We was just listening to a bunch of Alice Coltrane. And I don't know, she got albums and like songs like Galaxy and Taraya. I don't know if I said that right even, but it's like, they were super, I don't even know how to explain it. I want to say like spiritual, but I don't want to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I might, there might be a different word for it, you know what I'm saying? But they're in tap. They're tapped in. That's all I can say. Codes.
That's all I have today.
There you go. Thank you, Damien.
So, thank you.
When we come back, we might have a performance, or we might be plugging, you know, some sites, you know, some accounts, something for fans. I don't know. But either way, we need to take a break. So we'll come back in a sec, guys.
Big summertime. Check it out on all platforms. Summertime.
Mission on the gas, but I ain't relocate. No, couple different hustles, couple different ways. Moving up the chain. They won't take my heart, can't give that shit away. I don't like a hop,
And welcome back to the Producer's Pit. We just had a great set of conversation with our guest, rapper and producer, Rylan Oz. But, of course, we're going to let him perform. But we got a couple things to go through here before we get onto that. First off, Rylan, where can we find you on the internet? Where can we stream your music?
Just look up Rylan Oz, R-Y-L-A-N space O-Z. And you will find me wherever, because ain't nobody named Rylan Oz. If you see him, tell him to hit me up. But yeah. You can find me on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon. What else they got nowadays?
Yeah,
Apple,
Deezer,
yeah.
MySpace.
MySpace. I'm pretty sure.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, if you want to just go to Instagram and pop in my music on the thing and just listen like that, you know, the little 15-second, go for it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I get those streams, maybe.
Hell yeah. Hey, who knows, you know, maybe we on Mixer, Patreon, and what, you there too?
Yeah, no,
Okay, Mixer's dead, so no one's on that.
No, but they say that. You say that now. You never know. These are everything.
They're gonna come back.
Well, I was about to say, I mean, as we were just saying during the break, OnlyFans is easier than NFTs, so.
This is honestly kind of facts.
If OnlyFans starts getting into NFTs, we're fucked.
Oof. Oh no, wouldn't that like unfuck itself?
I don't know, bro. That's like an economic problem. That's like a PhD in economics to understand what goes on there.
Yeah, wow, that's a mode. It's like OFNFT.
Oh no.
Yeah,
God help us,
that's big
bro.
bussin' right there.
That is.
That's big bussin' right there. Definitely.
All right, we want royalties on that idea if it ever takes off. High key, I ain't even gonna say, oh, you can have the idea. No, we want it. There's money there to be made. Anyways, so before we let you go off on the music stage here and plug our stuff, who would you like to see on the show in future?
Knowledge the infamous.
Ooh, there you go.
Dirtiest lyricists. Absolute genius. Kills it. Ugh. They're sleeping on him. They're sleeping on him. He's about to come up. You don't even know. You don't even know.
Be the first artist to sell their work on the OF NFT.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he just takes off
Yeah.
to the moon.
Yeah, Knowledge. You heard me. I know you did.
Anybody else?
Oh man, let's see. I mean, I could go for days.
Yeah.
I could go for days, but I would say I'm gonna do you solid. I mean, there's so many, you know, like I said, R.A.I.D, you got Cowboy Killer, Bishop from Juice, Bass, the Up All Night from the Studio Brain. Hold on. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Check out Mothership Alumni. They can plug you into a lot of artists. Super dope, super dope. They doing work out here with the music. Yo, I know. Ola's still out here doing work with the music. Oh, there's just so much going on. It's like, it's all like spinning. It's like a big tornado that's only getting bigger.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you walk outside and you'll find somebody. Yeah.
That's true. That's actually how we found our first interview. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was going to be like, see?
Exactly.
Totally believe you.
That's what our walk's for. That's where we really
Yeah.
find our interviews off the street, literally.
Big facts. Judah of Lions, that's another one. Or Judah Merez, that's what she goes by now.
Talent all day.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna send you a text message.
Give us a whole list, bro.
Yeah, just tell me if it's too much. I'll slow down, you know.
I mean, you can send it as a PDF if you want.
Yeah, there we go.
You know.
Look like some sort of contact list or something. Yeah.
Hey, man, that's more content.
Yeah, let's go.
We're always about more interviews out here. But as for us, it's bussin' on Instagram. That's where all the fun stuff's going down. That's where we post our show highlights if you don't want to sit through an hour interview. But come on, sit through the hour interview, bro. Come on. It's a good time, you know? Rylan's been sitting here, you know, making me go, whoa, you know? So, like, do us a favor and go, whoa, with us, you know? But yeah, Instagram, that's where we're the most active, you know, talking to people, putting out stories, that's where all the updates are going. Let's see, YouTube, that's where the full episodes are. That's where it's going down. Watch the whole shows, great times. You know, been enjoying the new people coming and watching and commenting. Appreciate it. So, you know, go help it pop off over there too. You know, as much fun as we have on Instagram, let's get it busting on YouTube too. You know,
Bussin' on YouTube.
We're also on Spotify, producers_pit. That's where you can find the Song of the Week playlist. That's where you can find the local picks playlist. And that's where you can find me listening to Lady Gaga like 12 hours a day. Yeah. Because I'm the one who's listening on that account.
Let's go.
You can probably find Damien's account through there too if you want to go.
Definitely can. Yeah.
Watch him, listen to Alex.
Or lo-fi, just
Just
lo-fi.
Just lo-fi all day. So if you need if there's some obscure Lady Gaga you want, bro, just follow us. But we got a lot more going. So there's some music stuff there for you too. A lot of good stuff planned for the summer. A lot of cool interviews coming up. So just stay tuned, guys. And then of course we can't forget we're on Public Access Channel 27, courtesy of our friends of Studio 519. So, with that all said, I think that's about everything today. All that's left to do is let Rylan go on the stage and show us what he does best. So, let's do it. Let's get that performance going. But first, let's take a break.
Yeah. If you need me, you can meet me on the west side. I don't got no drink, but we could get high. Yeah, she got them curves and they just right. You could put them curves all on my mind. If you need me, you can meet me on the west side. Yeah. Don't got no drink, we could get high. Yeah. She got them curves and they just right. You could put them curves all on my mind. Spirit, go. Love when it.
Fall in, fall after, all in, ball after all. Law attraction though, now it's casual. When I fall, you laugh, you was mad at growth. So don't call me back, cause you drag me home and attack my phone and address my modes. I ain't half a dose, I'm half a dose one. Didn't need a bag of dope to grow up. Searching through my past, I hope I learned something. Looking at my mans, I hope he earned something. Put him on the mic, I hope he gon' come up. If we get the bands, I know we work for it, cause we all be clean. My motherfucking team. Nah, I mean, hey, Boogie Sean Don, we bobbing our head to it. Took us so long, we popping the bread to it, popping the head to it, walking the edge, often you fall into bed pooing. How to maintain the movement, automate what you're doing, contemplate that you ruin. A or B, the opportunity to see you blew it. I ain't seen the operating room, no, I ain't through with. If I can fit the elephant in the room, then I'ma do it. Truth is, I fly, high, 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 low. Spirit, go, spirit, go. I find my soul.
Love when it.
Yeah.
Love when it.
Check it. Call me dad,
Call me
dad,
dad.
call me
dad. Florida.
I can really pull a hedge from the back and turn these bodies into ashes for the fortress that I'm grabbing. Quit the habit, need to have it. She a baddie, I'm a madman. Look, dick seal skin like a trash can. Dip man, last man standing, get a clip man, hit man, ready for the shit. Big man slaving us in ships. Bitcoin bite dog, I ain't trying to wait till the hype gone. I ain't trying to fake on a microphone. I can turn the days into ice cold. I can spit the rays like a light pole busy. Nights gon' give me lipo, looking like the hype go with me. Isolation with the bygones never got you right. So why you trying to hide your image? I fly high, fly low. Spirit, go, spirit, go. I fly high, my soul.
Love when it.
Spirit,
Love when it.
spirit.
I fly.
I fly high, low. Spirit, go, spirit, go. I fly high, low. Spirit. Hey, I don't know why anyone would shout it. So look around at everyone. Yeah, wonderful, pitiful. I don't know why anyone would shout it. So yeah. One time for me. And it sound like yeah. Get it. Spirit, baby. It's all. I promise I'm not taking the shit.
Intro. I'm back.
Blast off. Okay. You down, bounce in your living room. You know what I'm saying? Or in your friend's car. Cool it. Fire on. I do shit too sick. I don't feel you. I don't feel your bars. Time is real. I feel like pushing the odor over the pack. They're trying to get me to relax. The cotton picking pockets to find how many fit in the back. I ain't with it, I'm with the kitty. I ain't with indecision, you been witty with it, the pity. Either over his head or we mobbing under a ceiling. They wanted me to conceal it, but I'ma keep it the realest. I've been a doozy, you snoozing on me if you wanna feel it. Avoid the fear of bills, the moment be bolder than broken. Opposing the upper. Enchiladas for supper while my mama can sum up. Prima donna, you joking, you a dime of a dozen. You be breathing fire with dragons, you gon' die in the dungeon. Get high in the sunshine, trying to such it. Fly in the bucket and we ain't even trying to run it. He buying the bum with a visa, he lying to something. The guy in the trunk with a beater, he dying with someone. What? I get coolin', I get fire. Okay, I do shit too sick. Where you at though? Hey, Hey, I don't feel your pulse. Alright, tough situations. I said like, done broke shit, won't you flip that pot? Try and get rich, but you won't get lit. Try and get lit and you gon' get caught. Once you point with the stick, she gon' blast that dart. Look, minute in the bag is gone. All hard 20 for the ass, that's rock. Oh, bruh, meet me in the chat, let's talk. Over, you ain't on the track list. Chickies in the backlist just make a $1.50 and I dance with death. She got all the lip, make a red line wet. I'ma keep it cold on the track like strap. I'm wanna come back when they act like this. I ain't really in the past, but I pass my fist. Make a giddy for the cash when the gas light lit. Say the fame for the kids, but they ain't like tricks. I say, ooh, okay. Same the fame for the kids, but they ain't like tricks. Playing tricks on the kids and you gon' get kicked at the game. That's quick clip playing with me. Look, I get cool lit, I get fire. I do shit too sick. You ain't got eyes. Look, I don't feel you. I don't feel your bars. Time is real. Do I feel like what? Do I feel like, whoa? Come on, we out here. Rylan Oz. Producers Pit. Check them out. Subscribe to their YouTube. I'll be checking.
That's it. That was awesome, Rylan. That was just fantastic. He definitely went all out on this performance. I mean, that's probably one of the most energetic performances we've had on this show thus far. But that's about it for today's show. And Rylan Oz, go stream his new album, Summertime. Don't forget. But outside of that, for myself, for Damien's an Alien, for the Studio 519 crew, for Rylan Oz, this is Producer's Pit signing off, and we will see you on the next one.
I do not scuba cause you dive sick, you a flu shot to me. I love the way you do that to me. Open my eyes like news flash, bitch. Kaleidoscopes and her ass running. Cash flows and word ass blunted. Red stains and real pain underneath me, I feel away from it. God's grace, minimal faith, dude. Gun sparks and fire starters looting. Loose life and dead man moving. I still feel connected to it, You teach me to see myself within my selfish ways. I know it's probably something you seldom relate. Even when I've been afraid, you show me how to be brave. Don't me water and flames, I just wanna say, look, I don't care if it's the end of the world, no. You'll always be my favorite girl.